a phone call from Blue Banana to say that my petticoat has arrived. So a quick jaunt into town is needed to go and pick that up. I also need to buy, while I'm there, a hair dye because I need to do my roots before the wedding.
We got some birds poo on my window.
Yeah, the birds pooed on Holly's window, isn't it? Not great. But it'll wash off in the rain, won't it, Holly?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to get some hair dye. And my neighbour, who normally cuts my hair for me, is going on holiday on Thursday. So I messaged her this morning, not realising that she was going on holiday. And I was like, can you help me dye my hair and give it a chop before the wedding? And she was like, I'm going on holiday on Thursday and I won't be back till next week. And I was like, oh no! So now I've got to, I won't be able to get it chopped because I can't afford to get it chopped in a hairdresser's, no way. But I'm gonna have to ask somebody to help me box dye my hair, and I haven't got a clue of who would be good at it. Not a clue. This is where I need Vicky or Kerry to live 5 minutes down the road from me, because I know that they would be really good at it. Because Vicky's really OCD and would just do it really well, and Kerry would do it really well because she's like a pro at dyeing hair because she does her own hair all the time. But I do not trust myself to dye my own hair, although I used to do my mum's for her on a very regular basis. I do not trust myself. I haven't got a clue. I'm like thinking out loud and I'm starting to have a mini panic attack about it. But yes, there we are. Whatever. I went for a walk this morning because I wanted to go for a run, but my muscles were still not up to the job. So I did a 3-mile walk instead, and it was painful. But hopefully that will have like slackened the muscles a little bit, and when I come to do my run on Thursday we should be a-okay. Fingers crossed. Just remembered, I think I might have an appointment tomorrow for waxing my eyebrows, so I'm just going to pull over check if that's the case, because if that is the case then I'm not going to go into town today and I'll save my petrol and I'll just loop back round. So just pull over here. Yeah, got eyebrows tomorrow at 1:30. Yeah, so I won't bother going into town today. There we are, thinking out loud. You saw it here first. You saw it here first. So I'm going to loop back round now and go back home, because that's just a waste of petrol otherwise. Oh, so many things flying around my head. Right then, let's go home, Holly. Oh. So we literally just got home after my whirlwind tour of the village because of my realisation that I needed to go to town tomorrow anyway. And I have a little knock on the door and I'm like, who could that be? And I opened it and a guy was standing there with an Amazon parcel, and inside the parcel were 3 books that I'd happened to mention in my vlog the other day. We just happened to be reading the back of the Room on the Broom with Holly, our little story time, bedtime story. And I happened to mention which ones I hadn't got her. And they've just arrived. So the 3 books I've mentioned, there are more books, but these were the 3 that popped into interest to begin with, were Squash and a Squeeze, Monkey Puzzle, and The Snail and the Whale. And they are all from my beautiful friend here, who I've met here on YouTube, Claire. Wow, how amazing is that? That's just lovely. I love stuff like that, Claire. Thank you so much. Like, me and Holly, we love reading. There was one thing that my mum said to me, well, my mum has said to me many, many things, but one thing that sort of burnt onto my brain, it imprinted onto my brain, and it's remained. She said, if there's one piece of advice that I could give you, it would be to read a book to Holly every single day. And I have done ever since she's been born. Like, I felt like an absolute tool reading her a book when she was like 1 month old, because you think, you know, she's not going to understand it, but clearly I think from Holly's like speech and understanding and things like that, I feel like that has actually benefited her. So we absolutely love reading. Like, I was having my lunch earlier and she was begging me to read Peter Rabbit, because we've got like the Beatrix Potter series, or some of the popular ones, and she was begging me to read that, and I've just shown her these, and she was just like, can we read them now? And I'm like, no, we can't read them now, I need to go film about them first. And she was like, no. But she was absolutely over the moon. So for all of you who don't know, these are written by a lady called Julia Donaldson, who has written the infamous book called The Gruffalo, and Room on the Broom and all of that lot, and Stickman and stuff. So wow, we've got all of these books on the back now. We haven't got Charlie Cook's favourite book, but we've read that. We had it from the library, and there's other ones in here that we've read from the library as well. Just a few more. Oh, that's just brilliant. Really, really good. I love the illustrations in these. And do you know what, Claire? Do you remember when I said you like things like what my mum likes? My mum would have bought these for Holly, absolutely, well and truly, but would have bought these for Holly at some point or another. So it's just another thing that I need to add to my list of what makes you very similar to my mother. And that's a compliment, by the way. That is. I mean, that might sound bizarre to you or anybody who's like maybe of a younger age, but I think as you get older, you learn to appreciate those sort of things because it's a value that's being appreciated, not like something aesthetic, I suppose. So yeah, that's incredible. Thank you, Claire. That's like really cheered me up. I've been, well, Claire would know I've been having a bit of a pants time recently, what with one thing or another. I mean, there's nothing major, it's nothing that I can't deal with, but when you've got lots of little things piling up, it just goes, and that's what seems to happen to me. Lots of little things all come at once, and it's just like, so I'm really looking forward. I'm going to read some of these before Holly goes. She's going out for a lovely meal tonight in Cardiff, so I'm going to read these to her before she goes, because we won't be able to read one when she comes back because she's coming home quite late. But I love that. I love things that happen like that. I wish I could like reciprocate sometimes, and just like buy random gifts for other people. But I think the people who know me, really, really know me and know every inch of detail about my life, because there are some things that I don't share here on YouTube. My really close friends know my financial situation and the difficulties that brings with being like a single mum, etc., etc. And then also trying to have my own life and actually enjoy things myself and not feel guilty about treating myself. They know that, so they like Claire wouldn't ever expect anything back from this at all. Like, me saying thank you to her in a text message would be enough for her. That's absolutely fine. Or like, that, do you know what I mean? Like, she's not buying me a gift to receive a gift back. She's just being a kind human being. And she'll get enjoyment out of knowing that Holly's getting enjoyment out of these. And like, there needs to be more people like that in the world, guys. Yeah. I'm very lucky to have lovely friends that do little things like this for me, because that might have been like a little to Claire, but it's a massive thing for me and Holly. So without like sounding like a cheese ball, but that's the truth. So yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much, honestly. Evening, guys. What was that? Evening, guys. So yeah, I did my first ever live stream tonight. So if you want to watch how that went, then it's the video below this one. So I can't remember what my last entry to this was. Oh my god. There's either a spider or a woodlouse crawling across my floor. It's a woodlouse. It's okay. It can stay. They're okay. Oh. So I'm gonna hit the hay. I really enjoyed my first ever live stream, and Holly came home an hour earlier than she was expected, so that was nice. So she's all bathed and bedded, and now I'm gonna hit the hay too, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I have lost the light on Night Watchers. So if I haven't, then I'm going to be cross, because I have so many points left of the week. I've only dipped into my weekly points by 1. So I have 34 points left for the week, which is like over a day's worth of points. So I shall be cross. Anywho, oh, love to you all. Sleep well. If you're in the UK. If you're not, then morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you're watching this. Bye.